we've talked a lot about like how walkouts have been successful historically, and also like how important it is that Minneapolis is going on strike on the 23rd. Again, like it has, even the generation of the 60s, of all the hippies who were so radical, they didn't do a general strike. And like, that's something that is so many generations removed from us, and is like a really powerful tool of the working class. And it's like a massive escalation in our use of power. And I think like we should be really excited and see this as super like historical. And I think we also talked about like what sort of demands would work at our schools. My sister actually, she organized a walkout in LA at a high school where a student was detained by ICE. And it ended up like becoming like almost 1,000 people. It was huge. But when they were there, like the principal would come out and he would be like, and you have to stay on the sidewalk. And like if they got too close to like the curb of the school, it would technically be on school property. And he would be like, you have to stay on the sidewalk. And it's like, if our principals are really being that litigious about us walking out, or like asking students to walk out, like we must be doing something right with a walkout, you know? And I think like the capitalist system is very invested in us, not realizing how much power we have as workers and students. And that's because if we knew how much power we had, this wouldn't be the system we lived in. And so a walkout helps visualize it. And it also shows workers like, we'll have your backs if you go on strike. We know how to do this. It's practice. Movements need to be built. They don't start massive. They start small, and then they grow, and they don't grow at even rates. And they have, you know, speed bumps. And then they also have moments where they accelerate rapidly beyond when you like, and you feel like you're like in a million Zoom meetings and writing a million speeches and stuff, like me this week. And it's like things are happening really quickly, and it's really exciting. But these are like the sort of things that, as like people who are thinking about politics and thinking about how we can make our schools and our workplaces better, that we need to be, you know, stepping up and planning for. I would really love if any of the people from the high school in Ohio, in Cincinnati, would want to stay back and be connected with some of our Cincinnati members who would, you know, maybe I bet they're also pretty busy right now, but I know they would love to talk to some high schoolers who are potentially interested in organizing a walkout. If you were interested in like getting more deep into political organizing, or if the ideas that socialist alternative members have been putting out feel like they're resonating with your political, you know, kind of where you're headed.